Okay, we are on the record. Luis Reyes. Sir, your name? Mr. Reyes, the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to a careless driving charge, 4-point violation, then the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding? You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Then as to careless driving, a 4-point violation, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. So what happened here?
Well, I was driving and was cut off by someone and then he just started hassling me. Front of me. And what I did was turn on my brights for him. Got out of the lane to get out of his way, and then he came passing by extremely close to my car. But he did a U-turn, I didn't see him again. Caught up to him, and shortly after I caught up to him, the police pulled me over.
Well, you know, careless driving means you have to be cautious of all the other drivers around you, including all attendant circumstances. So we are going to require that you do a level 1 traffic school. Your fine is $120. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge, for a total of $185. Then please be careful. Go to the court clerk's window and they'll have paperwork for you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Susana Ramirez. Reyes. Your name, please.
Susana Ramirez.
Okay, just a moment. Let me pull up your case. Try another way here. There we go. Ma'am, the city attorney says you've completed diversion and is now dismissing your case. Is that correct?
Sorry?
Yes.
Very good. Please go to the clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork confirming that so you can take it with you, and good job on following up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's other people that we can call the Tony Dodds case. That's
For Zoom, but he hasn't signed on yet. So unless we don't want to do
I think he's a she maybe.
it. Do we want to do this one? Arlindo in the breakout room to talk to, but he never went.
I talked to him on the phone.
Oh, okay.
On the Tony Dodds matter, Tony Dodds.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Paul Zarlingo appearing on behalf of Ms. Dodds. I just spoke with her and she was getting checked in with the court. It sounds to me like the people who have filed a motion are going to be moving to dismiss this matter.
And on behalf of your client, do you have an objection to that occurring?
No, I do not.
Really? The matter is dismissed. Thank you very much. Get a hold of your client. Tell her she does not need to appear.
Okay, thank you. And I've got a couple other things we're waiting for people to show up, so I'll just mute myself. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you. Jamie Salcedo Gonzalez. Sir, your name? Thank you. Just a moment. Let me pull up your case. Sir, the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to speeding 55 and a 45, that he'll dismiss the original speeding charge. Is that your understanding? This would be a 4-point violation. Sir, you're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've spoken about prior to entering this plea today?
No.
Then as to speeding 55 and a 45, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? I will accept that plea. Anything you want to tell me about this?
No, that's all.
Well, the original charge, you were going pretty fast. Anything you want to tell me about why you were in such a hurry?
Lo que pasa es que tenía unas clases de 8.
Yeah, the thing is, I was on my way to these OSHA classes running late, show up late, then I wouldn't have gotten my certificate.
And then you got pulled over and you were real late. Well, we're having a lot of people who are getting hurt because of speed, so you really need to slow it down. Sir, your fine is $120. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge, for a total of $185. Please slow down. Go to the court clerk's window. We'll have paperwork for you there today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Nepali interpreter, would you please join the breakout room? The defendant is in there waiting for you.
Okay, I'm here, ma'am.
Okay, you need to join the breakout room.
Okay. Hello? Namaste.
He's in the breakout room waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Actually, how am I gonna do that one? Let me go back again.
We'll talk after. Benjamin Romero.
Sí.
In just a moment, let me pull up your case. Necesito interpreter.
Sí.
Un momento, por favor.
Ok.
Buenas tardes, señor.
Buenas tardes.
Mr. Romero, the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the original charge would be dismissed.
Señor, el fiscal ha dicho que si se declara culpable a una infracción de manejar un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos, el fiscal desestimará el cargo original. ¿Así lo llevas entendido?
Sí.
Yes,
Is that
I
your
understand it
understanding?
that way. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Your Honor.
that's okay. Sir, you're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Antes de declararse culpable hoy día.
Sí.
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
¿Y alguien le ha hecho alguna promesa aparte de lo que acabamos de hablar aquí en acta para que se declare hoy día?
No.
No.
And as you're also appearing by Zoom, do you consent to proceed electronically?
Y también, señor, estás compareciendo por la plataforma Zoom. ¿Usted nos da el consentimiento para seguir adelante electrónicamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Entonces, al cargo de manejar un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos, ¿cómo se declara, señor? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. You're going pretty fast here. Anything you want to tell me about that?
Bueno, señor, aceptaré su declaración y lo hago viendo que lo estás haciendo de una manera consciente y voluntariamente. Señor, estabas manejando algo recio. ¿Hay algo que le gustaría comentarme sobre esto?
Pues es que iba al trabajo y ya iba tarde, iba de una junta, y tenía un trabajo que hacer y por eso iba recio, pero yo le dije al policía que pues sí, pues me disculpé porque sí iba recio, yo comprendo que iba recio.
Well, Your Honor, I was on my way to work and I was running late. I was coming from a meeting. And when I got pulled over by the police, I did apologize to the police because I was conscious that I was speeding.
Well, please slow it down. We've had a number of people being hurt because of speeding cases. Sir, your fine will be $120. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge, for a total of $185. Sir, we'll send you an email so that you can take care of that. Thank you.
Bueno, señor, le voy a pedir por favor que vaya a disminuir la velocidad porque hemos tenido mucha gente que se han golpeado o han lastimado por medios de manejar de alta velocidad en otros casos. Señor, su multa hoy sería $120, más 30% de sobrecargos, más $20 de costos de tribunal, más $9 costos de petrol, que le viene el total de $185. Le vamos a mandar un correo electrónico para que tenga, para que sepa cómo puedes pagar por esta multa. Muchas gracias, señor, y por favor disminuye la velocidad.
Okay, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
John Higgins. Good afternoon, sir. Your name? Your name?
John Higgins.
Thank you. We'll try that. Sir, I have a proposed disposition whereby you would be entering a plea of guilty to speeding 50 and a 45, a 1-point violation. Sir, upon a plea of guilty to that charge, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding?
Yes.
You're not represented by counsel today. Have you had enough time in order to think about this prior to entering your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Then as to speeding 50 and a 45, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything you want to tell me about this?
I don't know.
Okay, well then I-
There's no track.
okay, well, I appreciate your candor. We wouldn't want to hear it if it wasn't legitimate. Slow it down. We're having people getting hurt. And I understand it can be easy to have things get away from you, but hopefully you can move ahead with things. So the original charge is a 37 over, no, 27 over, no, 17 over. Math. They said there'd be no math, you know? And so your fine is $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Sir, please go to the clerk's window and the clerks will help you take care of that today. Thank you. Drive carefully. Yeah, there's a big delay. I think it's that. Thank you. Eduardo Ramirez Zermeno.
Ya, eso es todo. Entonces hablar con el juez y dos.
Un momento. Sir, your name?
Título.
María Guadalupe Ramos Solís.
Miss Solis, un momento, por favor. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney. Upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle headlights, a 1-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding? You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Okay. Then as to defective vehicle headlamps, a 1-point violation, sir, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Sir, was there an accident here? Okay, was there an accident?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, you had insurance and that's the good news. So your fine is $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Sir, please go to the court clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork for you here today. And drive carefully. Thank you. Maria Ramos Solis,
¿Sí?
un momento, por favor.
Ujú.
Buenas tardes, señora.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, the city attorney says, upon a plea of guilty to improper lane use, a 3-point violation, the original charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Señora, ya hemos indicado que el fiscal dice que si usted se declara culpable al cargo de mal uso de carril, una infracción que carga 3 puntos, el fiscal desestimará el cargo original. ¿Así lo llevas entendido, señora?
Sí.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Señora, no llevas representación de un abogado. ¿Has tenido suficiente tiempo de pensarlo bien antes de entregar su declaración hoy día?
Sí.
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea?
¿Y hay alguien que le había hecho alguna promesa, aparte de lo que acabamos de hablar aquí en acta, para que se declare hoy día?
No.
No.
Ma'am, you are appearing by Zoom electronically. Do you consent to proceed this way?
Señora, sí estás compareciendo por medios de Zoom electrónicamente. ¿Nos da consentimiento de seguir adelante electrónicamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then as to improper lane use, a 3-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Entonces, sobre el cargo de uso de carril inapropiadamente, una infracción que carga 3 puntos, ¿cómo se declara, señora? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Ma'am, anything you care to tell me about this?
Bueno, señora, aceptaré su declaración culpable y lo hago viendo que lo has hecho en una manera consciente y voluntariamente. Señora, ¿hay algo que le gustaría comentarme sobre esto?
No.
No.
The city attorney says you have an excellent driving record, so I'm imposing a fine of $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133.
Bueno, señora, el fiscal dice que usted lleva un antecedente de conducir excelente. Debido a eso, su multa para hoy sería $80 más 30% de sobrecargos, $20 de costos de tribunal y $9 de costos de servicios de petróleo. Le da un total de $133, señora.
Ma'am, we will send you an email how to take care of that. Please drive carefully and slow down.
Señora, le mandaremos un correo electrónico para que sepas cómo puedes pagar esta multa. Muchas gracias por su comparecencia y por favor disminuye la velocidad.
Claro que sí. Muchas gracias.
Of course,
Thank
thank you very much. Muchas
Sherry
gracias.
Tenevery,
Señora, se puede ir de la reunión. Muchas gracias. Pase buen día.
Gracias. Igual usted.
how do you say your name? Okay. I think I tried too hard. Ma'am, I have an indication from the city attorney on your case that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, then the original charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding? You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about in order to have you enter the plea? Okay, then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I'll accept that plea, found it to be knowing and voluntary. The city attorney says you as well have an excellent driving record, so we need to slow it down. A lot of people getting hurt on the speed cases. Slow it down. Your fine's $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Please go to the clerk's window. They'll have paperwork for you so you can make arrangements to take care of that. Drive carefully. Thank you. Does that look like a sink or a shower? I think it's a shower. We're waiting on some paperwork. Thank you. Ramon Torres Tellez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Antonio Lucero, appearing on behalf of Ramon Torres Tellez. Mr. Torres Tellez is present in my office.
Thank you. Sir, I have before me a proposed disposition from the city attorney that says upon your client's plea to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the original speeding charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
That is our understanding, Your Honor.
Does your client need the assistance of the court's interpreter?
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
Okay. Un momento, por favor. They're joining us. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Lucero. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Judge?
This is great. Happy to be here. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
My apologies, Your Honor. The interpreter is ready to go.
Thank you. This is Mr. Torres Tellez. Sir, I have a proposed disposition from the city attorney that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Buenas tardes, señor. Yo llevo una disposición del fiscal que dice que si en cuanto se declara culpable de manejar un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos, disculpa, el saldo de su caso sería desestimado. Señor, ¿así lo llevas entendido?
Sí, oiga, sí está bien.
Yes.
Sí está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
Sir, you are represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to speak to your attorney prior to entering your plea today?
Señor, sí estás representado por un licenciado. ¿Has tenido suficiente tiempo de hablar con su abogado antes de entregar su declaración hoy día?
Sí, oiga.
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
Y señor, ¿alguien le ha hecho alguna promesa hoy día, aparte de lo que acabamos de hablar aquí en acta, para que entregue su declaración hoy día?
No, oiga, no hablo con nadie, excepto con el abogado más.
No, I haven't spoke to anyone, just with my attorney.
Thank you. You are appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Señor, estás compareciendo por medios de la plataforma Zoom. ¿Usted nos da el consentimiento de seguir adelante de esta manera electrónica?
Sí, oiga, por supuesto que sí.
Yes, of course.
Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Entonces, señor, sobre el cargo de haber manejado un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos, ¿cómo se declara, señor? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything further, sir, or from counsel?
Bueno, señor, acepto su declaración y lo acepto viendo que lo estás dando en una manera consciente y voluntariamente. Señor, ¿hay algo más o licenciado le gustaría añadir algo más en acta?
Your Honor, Mr. Torres tells me that he was running late for work, and that's the reason he was speeding. He does have a good driving record.
Sí, señoría, el señor Torres me ha divulgado que él sí estaba tarde para el trabajo ese día, la razón que él estaba manejando de alta velocidad. Sin embargo, él sí también tiene un buen historial de conducir.
And the city attorney did note a good driving record. I will impose a fine of $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Sir, we'll send you and your attorney an email how to take care of that.
Bueno, y sabes que el fiscal sí había notado eso, que lleva un buen antecedente historial de conducir. Señor, la multa para hoy, debido a su historial de conducir, la multa para hoy sería $80, más 30% de sobrecargos, más $20 de costos de tribunal, más $9 de costos de petrol, por una cantidad total de $133. Les mandaremos un correo electrónico a ustedes dos, a ambos, a su abogado y a usted, señor, para que sepan cómo pueden pagar por esta multa. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good to see you.
Thank you, you as well.
Muchas gracias. Buen día.
Alfonso Dominguez Alvarez. Sir, your name?
Alfonso David Dominguez Alvarez.
Thank you.
Got it.
And sir, your name? Thank you. Mr. Alvarez, Dominguez Alvarez, sorry. Sir, the city attorney says upon completion of 16 hours of community service, making better choices class along with the 300-word essay, no further violations of this kind, then this matter would be dismissed. Is that your understanding? Sir, you're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea? Sir, is this plea with your consent?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll set this over, give you information on taking the class and doing the essay. Anything you want to tell me about all this? Okay. Well, I'm pretty certain your father would rather be sitting anywhere else on the planet than sitting in a courtroom because of your decision. What do you have to say to your father? And that's a good start. Okay, so go ahead and go out to the court clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork for you there. You can do this community service at any nonprofit, a church or a food bank or something like that. Get a letter from them saying you've done it. No further violations. Finish this class and the essay, and we'll see you when this is all done, right? Thank you. Thank you, sir. Tanya Perez Ramirez. Oh. Ma'am, your name? Thank you. And sir, your name? And your father, is that correct? Okay. Well, the city attorney says upon completion of 16 hours of community service and no further violations of this nature, the matter to be dismissed. Is that your understanding? You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? Has anybody promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea? What did they promise you? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Mhm.
My apologies. She's bilingual and I just.
Well, we can slow it down. Yeah, because don't do that. Like he says. Okay. You can do the community service at any nonprofit, like a church or a food bank. Do you have an idea where you'll do that? Okay. Get a letter from them saying you're done, have no further violations, and then this will be complete. Okay. What do you have to say to your father? That's a good start. Sir, thank you for being here. I can't tell you over the years how many people I've had come to court and no one is there for them, including young people. So thank you for being here today. I'll get this straightened out.
Thank you.
Okay. Please go to the clerk's window. We'll have paperwork for you there to take care of this. Thank you. Thank you. Home Maskey. Home Maskey.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay.
Hello.
Just a moment. Your name, please.
Laura Mendiola.
Okay, I need Home Maskey.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
But
Okay, is our Nepali interpreter with us?
She was before.
Okay, just a moment. We'll see if she's still in the breakout room.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you tell her to join the main session, please? Can you tell her to join the main session?
Okay, we're calling the case of Hum Maski.
Kumari Maski. If
हजुर.
you
We
have
have
line
the-
already, okay. Yeah, I'm an interpreter. I'm on the line too. Both are on the line.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's my understanding the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, 2 points, the original charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
तपाईँले अघि भन्नुभयो नि वकिल साहबले तपाईँलाई 2 पोइन्ट घटाइदिएर टेस्ट गर्ने चार्ज छ हैन भनेर भन्नुभएको थियो नि अघि बुझ्नुभयो नि
हजुर बुझेँ
Yes.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
त्यही हो तपाईँले चाहिँ प्ले गिल्टी गर्नुभएपछि चाहिँ तपाईँले पछि गएर हैन म पछाडि अगाडि केस लिन्छु लड्छु म वकिल हायर गर्छु भनेर चाहिँ पाउनु हुँदैन तपाईँले है
हजुर हुन्छ
Okay.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea?
तपाईँले जबरजस्ती कसैले गल्ती स्वीकार भनेर त कसैले भन्नुभएको छैन नि तपाईँले आफ्नो स्वेच्छाले स्वीकार्नु भएको नि
हजुर हो भनेको छैन कसैले पनि
Yes, no one forced me. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
म होइन त्यो त
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
You're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner? Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead guilty or not guilty?
त्यही हो 2 पोइन्ट तपाईले जुन गर्नु भएको छ नि तपाईको जुन लागेको त्यसमा चाहिँ 2 पोइन्ट उनीहरूले घटाएर चाहिँ तपाईको केस डिस्मिस गर्छ यसमा तपाईलाई गल्ती स्वीकार्नु भएको छ कि छैन तपाईले Yes, I feel guilty. Yeah, I feel guilty.
I will impose a fine of $80, $30 or 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge, for a total of $133.
त्यो टोटल 133 चाहिँ तपाईले चिट दिनु पर्ने भयो हैन चार्ज
कसरी तिर्ने हो के चेक पठाउने
How do I pay? Should I
We'll
just send them
send you
the
an
check or how do I
email
do
how
that?
to take care of that.
Okay. Okay, इमेलमा पठाइदिनु हुन्छ रे अनि
ए हुन्छ
सबै इन्फर्मेसन त्यसै पठाइदिनु हुन्छ इमेलमा
हुन्छ
Okay. Thank you.
He's on the phone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good to have.
Very nice.
Everybody that's on Zoom, who is on the telephone number ending in 905? What is your name, please? Phone number on Zoom ending in 905. What is your name?
That's not me, is it? Phone number ending in 905. Yeah.
मेरो सिद्धेको हो
Are we done? The Nepali case?
Yes, you are done.
Okay, thank you. I didn't hear you. Thank you very much. हुन्छ दिदी,
No.
talk it's Amru. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Says my microphone's muted. It says my microphone's muted. Getting hot.
Hey, Matthew Pounder. Is Ms. McGinn here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Matthew Pounder. How old are you?
I'm 17 right now.
Okay, sir, it's my understanding we're gonna set this over for about 12 weeks so that you can complete 16 hours of community service, Violence is preventable class, no further violations of this nature, and you're to have no contact with David Callahan. Is that your understanding?
Your Honor, just to clarify, the restraining order with David Callahan is just no harassing him, not no contact. It's his stepfather who he lives with.
So the language would be, you shall not annoy, harass, intimidate, or retaliate against David Callahan. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay, are all of those things that you can do?
Yes.
So you can't come back to court and say it was too hard, you didn't remember, you didn't know, right?
Yes.
And the violence is preventable class. There'll be a 300-word essay you'll have to complete at the conclusion of the class, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna give you a date in about 12 weeks to take care of this.
Okay.
That was the 19th of October.
October 19th at 1:15, okay?
Okay.
Get this all taken care of.
Okay.
Okay, we'll send you an email. Thank you.
What was that?
We'll send you an email outlining everything you need to get done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Daniel Rivera.
Yeah.
Is Ms. McGann with us?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm the guardian ad litem for Daniel. It looks like they put his name, I mean, my name for him as well, but he's here with his mother.
Thank you. How will we be proceeding? We're set for sentencing today.
He had a therapy session that he started in the spring, and then the therapy has not been ongoing, and so he's now has another appointment for therapy in August. So I'm just asking that we have a little more time so that there can be another update for the therapy progress.
And that's how we will proceed. Let's get a new date. Are you thinking late September?
That should be fine. Yeah, he has the therapy appointment in August, the next one.
Okay, let's get a date in September. September 15 at 1:15. Hopefully we can have an update at that time.
Yeah, that's fine. The other thing I just wanted to clarify for Daniel, because I was just talking to the prosecutor about this, at the last court date, the sentencing was for him to write an essay to Ashley. And the prosecutor and I were just talking about the essay will go to the court instead.
Yes. And the court will determine the appropriateness, if any, to refer it on.
Right.
I'll make a note of that as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Martinez. Maria Gomez Martinez. And your name.
I'm sorry, I can't hear very well. I'm not sure if I got called.
No, you did not.
This
Hold
is,
tight, please.
What's that? That was a quick report. Free deal. Safety as well. 2.1. This is the 4.8. Excellent. It's 2. Brother. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on now. It's got this thing over here.
What's it saying about it? What's it saying about it?
Share, stop video, mute. That's it. It's just they were asking for if anybody was in the room with that number down there. So
Hey, what's up, Charles?
All right, so before your DUI, you had your last ticket was 2019, okay? So your DUI, you got that on March the 9th of 21, that was 8 points. Then you have this ticket, which you got on June the 11th, 22, that's outside of 12 months. So even if it was inside of 12 months, it would not cause you to lose your license. So it won't even come close to suspending your license unless you got a bunch of tickets I don't know about. Okay, that won't do anything. So you're good. All right, yeah, take that deal.
Sounds good.
All right, bye.
Bye.
they keep showing this lady like putting on her makeup and this, that, and the other, and doing stuff around her house.
Good Good afternoon. This is the interpreter. Please put yourself on mute if the judge hasn't called your name yet. Thank you.
You are live now.
Okay. Sean Zimmerman.
Here.
Mr. Zimmerman, I have before me a proposed disposition whereby you would be entering a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation. Upon a plea of guilty to that charge, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding?
Yes.
Sir, you are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Okay. Then as to your appearing by Zoom, do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes.
Sir, okay. Then as to 2-point defective vehicle, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay, the city attorney says you have an excellent driving record. Anything I need to know about this?
You know, the one thing I would like to say, if there was turn lights up on the crossbars on this intersection, 90% of the accidents wouldn't happen there. I
Oh.
legitimately thought I had the right of way.
Okay, you know, that's a good point. And
Yeah.
we'll mention that to safety. Thanks.
That was the
yes.
first thing the officer said to me after she asked if I was okay, is they need to put lights up there.
Okay. $80 fine, 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge, total $133. But I'll make a note on that. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you, Your Honor. Bye. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know if I need to, I think I just gotta,
Yeah, you can hang up, Mr. Zimmerman. We'll send
Okay.
you an email how to take care of that.
all right, thank you.
Hey, Sebastian McCants.
Earl Spice, 17799, appearing on behalf of Mr. McCants.
Thank you. Sir, I have a proposed disposition in your case whereby you would be entering a plea of guilty to improper lane use, a 3-point violation. Upon a plea of guilty to that charge, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding?
Yes.
The city attorney says he's going to ask you to do a level 3 traffic school. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
You are represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to speak to your attorney prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Then as to improper lane use, a 3-point violation, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Council, anything you want to tell me about all this?
No, Judge. This is a proper disposition. I ask you to accept it.
Thank you. I will impose a fine of $120. There's a level 3 traffic school that will be required. We'll give you a date to take care of that, where to do it. We'll send you an email. Sir, you need to drive carefully, way too fast, too many people getting hurt because of speed.
Actually, Your Honor, I would just note my client's already enrolled in a level 3 traffic class. We would have had proof, but they didn't offer the class prior to the dispo date. So it's a NCTI, I believe. Is that right, Sebastian?
Yes, Charles.
Okay, very good. We'll note that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Judge. We'll have that done right away.
Okay, maybe I'll see you in another court.
No doubt, Judge. No doubt.
Thank you. You can hang out.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna teach you. Okay, go.
Laura Mendiola. Okay. Okay, Laura Mandiola.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a proposed disposition from the city attorney that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of the case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, it is.
You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yeah.
Okay, has anybody promised you anything other than what we just talked about in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
And you're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed electronically?
So I can do what now? I'm sorry.
You're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed electronically?
Okay.
Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. You did have insurance. Was there an accident here?
Yes.
Is anyone injured?
No, no.
Okay. Well, I will impose a fine of $80. There's 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133. Ma'am, we'll send you an email how to take care of that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said so 80, 30, and what were the other amounts?
30%.
Oh, 80,
$20 and $9 fuel service charge.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
$80.
Yeah.
Plus a 30% surcharge. $20 in court costs. $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133.
What was the fuel charge? I mean,
It's a surcharge that the city imposes on every case that we have.
Okay, and what was the, you said something about a fuel?
Yep, it's
How
a
much
fuel
was that?
surcharge that we charge on every case that we have here at court.
I understand. So what was the amount?
$133.
Okay,
Thank you. We'll send you an
So-
email how to take care of that. You can hang up.
okay, so it's 80 plus
30%
30%.
plus $20. Court costs plus $9 fuel service card for a total of $133.
Okay, and that will all be in my email?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Have a great day. Do I just leave now?
Yes, thank you.
Just shut off and I'm done all the way?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.
We have a caller in Zoom ending in 95. Your name, please.
My name is Julianne Brenda Osinaga.
Thank you. With the court's interpreter, we are back on the record. Julianne Inga Ichia.
Yes, here.
Señora Julián Brenda, ¿nos escucha?
Sí, perfectamente.
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
It's my understanding that upon a plea of guilty to 2-point defective vehicle, the original charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Señora, lo que yo llevo entendido aquí es que en cuanto usted se declare culpable de haber manejado un vehículo defectuoso, una infracción que carga 2 puntos, el saldo del cargo original sería desestimado. ¿Así lo llevas entendido, señora?
Sí, lo entiendo muy bien.
Yes, that's correct. I understand that very well.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Señora, usted no está representado por un abogado. ¿Has tenido suficiente tiempo de pensarlo bien antes de entregar su declaración hoy día, señora?
Sí, su señoría.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Señora, estás compareciendo electrónicamente por medios de la plataforma Zoom. ¿Nos da consentimiento de seguir adelante de esta manera?
Sí, por supuesto.
Yes, of course.
Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Entonces, sobre el cargo de manejar un vehículo defectuoso, ¿cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Ma'am, was there an accident here?
Señora, ¿había un accidente aquí?
No.
No.
Well, that's the good news.
Bueno, esa es buena noticia.
I will impose a fine of $80. There's 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel service charge for a total of $133.
Bueno, señora, eso es buena noticia que no había un accidente. La multa para hoy sería $80, más 30% de sobrecargos, más $20 de costos de tribunal, más $9 de costo de servicio de petrol, por una cantidad en total que sería $133.
We'll send you an email how to take care of that. Thank you, and please drive carefully.
Señora, le mandaremos por correo electrónico cómo usted puede pagar esta multa. Muchas gracias por su comparecencia y por favor maneje con cuidado.
Muchas gracias a ustedes. Que tenga buen día.
Thank you very much to everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You may have to move into the judge.
Mr. Zarlingo,
Yes.
who else were you waiting for, sir?
Well, I have two. I have Lisa Victoria Oregon and Thomas Limes.
So neither one of them have registered for Zoom or appeared in person.
Okay.
So we'll issue bench warrants. We did not last time, but we will enter bench warrants at this time. $200 PR bond, the prior bonds will be forfeited.
And I'm sorry, I missed, was that for Mr. Limes?
On each case.
Each case, Mr. Zarlingo.
Okay, got it. Super. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time and your patience.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
gonna do this for the trial?
One of you.
Okay, we'll both stay.
It's a little unclear.
Down with Zoom?
Little unclear. It's unclear.
Oh, I understand.
Everything's unclear.
Well, we're in court.
One more time, he's on Zoom.
Okay, David Rice,
Yes, Your Honor.
just a moment, let me pull up your case. Sir, we are set for sentencing on today's date. Sir, you were supposed to provide documentation of neuter and proof of microchip. Have you done those things?
Yes, I've got the neuter papers through Guardian Angel Veterinarian Care, and he's been chipped from the beginning.
Have you provided that to the court?
I thought that's what today was supposed to be, I
but-
got it neutered on Friday, so
Well, you're not here, so we don't have those documents. So I'm gonna
I
give you till just a minute, I'm gonna give you till noon tomorrow to bring those documents to the court. So we have them. And if
That's
we
fine.
have them, then I won't impose a fine. They'll just be court costs, okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So do I just bring that right there to the clerk's window right there?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's easy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I can hang up?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.